dread and sorrow and fear I'm dealing with in my little shrunken story here. Folds over into the present. You're probably familiar with the tragic and the comic masks. So it entitles us to see our lives in terms of a divine comedy rather than a human tragedy. Do you have any idea how much of a privilege and how much fun it is to get to stand up here and tell you such good news? I'm just afraid maybe you can't handle any more. Can you handle a little more? All right, so it entitles you and me to view our lives as not a tragedy. Now, you may have learned about comedy and tragedy in school, but a tragedy features a lone, noble figure. The weight of the world is on your shoulders, you're in it alone, you're on a quest, which while noble is ultimately doomed, and in the end, there's no compromising. You're single-minded, but in the end, pretty much everybody is dead on the stage, right? So like, for example, your uncle kills your father and marries your mother. And your father appears to you as a ghost and tells you to kill your uncle. And they all lived happily ever after, right? Or, for example, two gangs fight it out on the tough streets of West Side in New York. And it's complicated by the fact that one gang member falls in love with the sister of another gang member, and they all live happily ever after. West Side Story, 20th century rendition of Romeo and Juliet. By contrast is the comic perspective, which does not mean that everything is, a joke. Take anything seriously. We're going to trivialize every sorrow and setback that you have ever had. No. The comic frame, the comic perspective, shows us the group. It's an ensemble type of thing. Think of a sitcom. It's never like one person. Sitcoms aren't one-person shows. It's an ensemble, and they travel together, and they have setbacks, and they have failures, and they reset,